Hey guys, so welcome to my channel. So in this video I'm going to tell about how you can start using Vim, and from there you can reach to some kind of level where you can be as productive with it as you might be in something like VS Code or some other text editor, and even after that you will be even more productive than the way you can be in something like VS Code. I mean, like, it would be normal. And yeah, this guideline is by a noob, which is me, because even if I know about Neovim a little bit, I am able to use it for something like coding, but there is something like 0.1% of the thing that I know about it. And the more you will dig into it, the more you will know about it. So let's start it. So when you type Neovim, if you are just a complete beginner, so I would recommend to run this command, which is called tutor. So for that you have to write colon and then capital T and then U and then TOR, tutor. And here you can see a small guide which will introduce you to Neovim. Well, this is the place from where I started my own journey of Neovim. And like, this was the first place where from where I started and got some of my very first and very basic lessons to use Neovim. You can read this and you can just know all the basics of Neovim so that you can use it as at least a basic text editor for editing your code. And other than that, you can use another command which is called help. Well, this will open help section of Neovim, and what it contains is like it has some kind of news thing and some kind of guide which will tell you how to do transition from Vim to Neovim, and what is difference between Neovim and general frequently asked questions. Here you can go to something like a user manual, and from here you can see like there are a lot of things in user manual which you can read and understand about it, and it would help you to get a lot of concept of Neovim. Like if I want to open, suppose like this one, so how would I open? I would just use capital K to open it, and now it is open, and here you can read about this thing and you can use it. And other thing which is called Lua. Well, Lua is basically a language, language like other kind of language, like generally like C++ or something like that. But the thing is that it is used in Neovim in major plugins which are available for Neovim, and my own config is I have written it in Lua. So how can you learn that thing? So for that you can write help and then you will type Lua, and then when you will press enter, so you will get into a guide or basically a tutorial where you will get to know everything about Lua and how to get started with it. I can show you my own configs which is written in Lua. Like here you can see every file has extension of .lua or something like I would expand this section, so you can see that everything is written in Lua. And if I open something like this, so here you can see that this config is written in Lua, and you can learn about it from here. And other thing that I would like to tell you about is like you are an impatient guy that wants to do something like you just want to get kickstart in Neovim. So I have some repos that I know which would help you to get into it. Like there is um, a repo named something like Kickstart Neovim or something. So here it is, Kickstart Neovim, and you can basically clone it and put it into your .config/nvim directory, and it would basically set up an initial config for you. And there are a lot of like instructions contained in them by which you can read them and configure them according to your taste. Or I generally prefer another thing which is like lazy vim and github. Because if you would search something like this, so you would get repository in a result which would be of lazy, which would be named as lazy vim. So what does this repo contains? Well, this repo contains configs which is named as lazy vim, and you can set it up very easily. Like you can watch this video to get an idea of how to set it up, or you can just scroll down to bottom and click here, and then here you will just type installation. I mean, just click on installation, and here you will get something like this page where you would see some commands that you have to run, and you would get your Neovim started. Like if I run if I just do something like I make a new branch like a test branch, and now what I would do is I would remove all the files that are here in this branch. Now I don't have anything other than just git files, and now what I would do is that I would go down here and I would clone this. So for cloning you would need to copy this command, and then what I would do is that I would make some other directory. Like I don't need to make some other directory, but I like to do in this way so that nothing there is nothing kind of mishappening happens. So now what I would do is that I would just paste that command which would clone everything that is there in that repository. So here you can see it is here, and now what I would do is that I would just copy all this file into my Neovim config. So for that I will write the path, and I just forgot to put the -r flag, and now it had got copied. So now if I run Neovim again, so you can see this as a new setup has got activated, and now it is automatically being set up, and now you can see that it is like getting set up, and you can basically customize it according to how you want. From something like you will go to config and then nvim, and here are all the configs that you might like to play with, and you can like find some kind of text or see the configs like this, and go to something like here, and this is written all in Lua. So you can understand why Lua is important. Like most of the plugins that are available in Neovim are supported in Lua. So you would probably like to know about it more. So you can like go and see this thing like help and Lua, and if I want to just suppose I want to just get reverted, I mean I just want to back into my older config. So what I would do is that I would just remove all the things that I got here, like I got all these files, then I would remove them, and then I would just restore all the things that I deleted, and then now I would again run my Neovim. So it would be like I am back to my old config, which is my own personal config that I use. So this is how you can get started with Neovim. And the last question which I would like to, there is a question that whether you should use something like YouTube to get started with Neovim, or in general in anything. So I would say that yes, you can do it. But the thing is that if you use it forever, so you won't learn beyond like what does the YouTuber guy tells you about Neovim. So for that, you will have to dig around in docs. And I personally prefer to find first docs for anything that I want to learn. If there isn't something like any good doc available there, so I would just go with any kind of material that is there on the internet. But if I find something which is like a kind of tutorial for beginners in the docs form, so I would go with that. So that's all for this video that I wanted to say about on how that you can learn and get started with Neovim. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and bye.